out and got the bar ready, so I still got to move around and stuff. But the goal today, I'd say at a minimum, is to do clean pulls, back squats, and overhead press. I also have put some pause snatch and some snatch balance, and the likelihood of me doing those is extremely high. But I'll have to see how heavy I want to go on those two movements. But for the pulls, I'm gonna do them at 160. The back squats will be interesting because I don't know if I'm just gonna work up to a heavy set of 10 or do a 3x10. It will kind of depend on how I'm feeling once I get to them. So I might do the 3 sets of 10 at 175, or I might just go crazy and try to do 10 at 195 for one set. And then some overhead press. So I'll just do the regular overhead press at 60 kilos. That's some tricep work. So a decently long workout today. And I don't know. It's hard to say I'm necessarily looking forward to it or not, but we'll just have to kind of see how I'm feeling as I'm moving and grooving through the different exercises. But I'll do pause snatch first, and then clean pulls, then snatch balance, back squats, overhead press, and then the tricep stuff. So warm up a little bit and get the shoes on. So we'll do some movement with the bar, and yeah, got some Gatorade plus creatine in the background as my beverage of choice today. As I bought some the other week for a student who had their Gatorade thing messed up, so I wanted to get them one just so they, because I felt bad. Um, but as a result, had some extra ones. Don't normally drink uh, bottled Gatorade. I get powder, like a cheapskate, I suppose. For me, a little chilly. Doesn't feel too bad out here. I don't know what that means, Marat, but we're gonna get the weightlifting shoes on, do the bar at least one more time, and then start doing some pause one. I'm not an unk yet. Wait, I am actually an uncle, but gotta warm up first. I just got started. It was literally the first warm up set, first movement of the bar besides setting it on the ground. Need to get my tap shoes on, and then I need to start doing the bro. I appreciate you stopping by. Do it one more, the bar once more, then throw the knee wraps on and start doing some pause snatching. But HC says screw the warm up, add weight. I'd rather not lift like crap. But we will be adding weight shortly. So when it's colder like this, there is not much benefit of spending forever between exercises or between sets. So you get cold, then you feel bad. Shoes are on, and we will do the set. Warm up. Alright. Knee wrap time. Are we ready to do some 40 kilos? Oh, good. I don't know if you're going to be seeing that today, Total War, until I get to squats. I'll be doing more than 70 today in this movement, so. Do 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then 90 and 100. But the 90 and 100 will depend on how I'm feeling. Which I've done them before. No, I'm doing squats like fourth. I'm doing the more difficult movements first. Squats aren't easy per se, but movement wise they're easy. But snatch, clean pull, some snatch balance, and then anabolic burps, and then some back squats. I don't dislike them. I just I have to do weightlifting stuff first for more technical stuff first, and it's a priority. Yeah, so ATG is the best way to go, especially for weightlifting. But right now, pause snatches. Baby jumps in those. So now 50. Yeah, they make you stronger, that's for sure. They do make you stronger. Well, just to make sure if when the bombs drop that I can still lift. Joke's on you guys. I'll still be getting gains when World War III starts. Thank you, Total War. Yeah, to be honest, to be truthful there, but it is just a shed out in my backyard. Probably not the best bomb shelter, but yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out. I mean, I'm out here a lot, so we'll never know. So the last one was 50. Now we're 60. Not too bad. Physio. I'm trying to get hurt. That's my goal. Break myself right in half. So 70 now. Easy peasy. Yeah, these are all kilograms out here. Yeah, I mean, I do. Unironic, I do stuff, but not in any crazy pain. I'm gonna lose the glasses and the hat. That was 70, so now we're gonna do 80. No, I mean, like, stretching and mobility and massage is good to do. And I do it, I just, I just warm up normally for training, but, yeah, when I'm not training, stuff's important. 80 dough. Well, that was 80 there. I'm gonna do 90 now. Thank you. Any idea? But yeah, my best ever in this particular movement, I think it's 123 for a very ugly rep. Um, but recently I haven't been. It's more of like a no. I weigh 107, 108, so I'd have to do like 110. But yeah, my PR is more than body weight. But it's not a movement I particularly am pushing hard right now. This is like I did volume yesterday, so this is to do some additional practice. But we'll see how 90 feels. I might just stop here since the goal of this session is the squats and the pulls and stuff and not so much this movement, but we'll see. Got it pretty decent. We'll do 100 though. That'll be a good weight. So it was slightly challenging, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's a good one to work on your bar path to your knee and really just your bar path in general. Kind of the cold cough pause snatch. Rico, use weights. Don't be scared. Use weights. Do your squats. It's definitely like a good top set. I'd have to kind of freak out if I wanted to do more, but that's good for the day. So I got it pretty solid. Tungsten, I don't know what you even said. I'm not doing a deadlift. No, I mean, if this was like the big like, all right, I want to hit snatches today really hard. That yeah, I would, think about doing more. But yesterday I did 3 sets of 3 at 90, just the regular snatch, and then a double at 100, and a triple at 110, plus other stuff. So this is was literally like that was enough of a stimulus for that movement. So what we're gonna do now are clean pulls. So I'm gonna do this 100 for a single, then go up to 140 and do 160. But yeah, he got mad because I gave sarcasm, but people don't really get that. I think it's because there's a sometimes there's not the smartest people um, that are get a friend PR, bro. Oh, you're talking about him. I thought you're telling me to do a PR. I'm like, I'm not trying 123 today. That's I would get smashed. Well, I just wouldn't be able to go under. Um, but now clean pulls. So do this 100 real quick, and do the pulls at 3 sets of 3 at 160. Easy peasy. Well, I mean, to be honest, Rico, like if you're literally not doing any sort of resistance training at all, using your body weight would be sufficient. But then this is a clean pull. But to answer what you're saying in a serious way, Rico, if you have no access to weights whatsoever, doing body weight stuff, and like you have no experience doing any form of exercise, like any exercise is going to be beneficial. But when it becomes easy, if you're just doing body weight squats or whatever, eventually you're going to have to do so many of them that it becomes more of an endurance challenge. So you could literally just hold anything. So if you look up like kettlebell squats, you'll kind of see like the technique of it, but essentially just holding something in front of you will provide you some resistance if you have no access to weights. The best advice is to find a gym and go there and use weights, but you can find literally anything to hold to use as a resistance for weights. So it's not if particularly difficult if you are desiring enough. Yeah, like goblet squats or kettlebell squats, something like that. So like not even if you don't have any kettlebells or anything, like it could just be a jug of water, it could be anything. Just depends how small and generally weak you are to be able to do that kind of stuff. Like if someone that could squat 200 kilograms, like doing that stuff's not going to really do much for you. But if you're untrained, then you'll benefit from anything. Benefit from literally anything. But yep. Time to do 140. Yep. Yeah, if you're going to train, the best thing to do is literally anything. But it also depends what your goal is. If you want to get good at running, then just run. I don't know. I want to get strong. It's a clean pull, so it's the same thing I just did. I'm going to go up to 160 and do the pulls there. So it's to mimic the motion of a clean with just the first and second pull. No. Rico, I don't really believe you that you were doing that squat, but if you were, then you clearly already know how to train, so there's no point of asking me that. Like, if you actually did like a legitimate 495 squat, then you clearly know how to do training, so there's no point of asking. One set, so 2 more of those. I can't imagine running a marathon and being miserable for 3 hours. It sounds. I'd rather do a 10 by 10 back squat than a marathon. I wouldn't even want to walk a marathon. But all right, so that was first set. Dos más. Yeah, it's very similar to a deadlift. The only difference is that I'm trying to hold the same positions as I would in a clean. So the weight is a lot less than if I was just doing like a straight deadlift. And also, my hips are lower than they would be if I was just doing a regular deadlift. But yeah, it's very, from like a muscle standpoint, you're basically using the same muscles. You're just trying to practice. It's more of a movement to practice the clean than it is a deadlift. Very, very similar. So it's like a positional exercise in that sense. You're trying to strengthen the positions that you're going to use in the clean. But yeah, we'll get your back and stuff stronger. Yeah, 245 is a good deadlift. That is for sure. Hello, Johnny. Hey, Reed. You might get to see me die on some back squats. Yeah, 5 kilo PR would be good. But one more set of pulls and then might be doing some snatch balances. Might be really a 99% chance that I'll do them. One more set to these pulley boys. Trying to pull it like I do when I Clark lifts. Those are when I do my best pulls. Maximum intensity, no commitment. But new angle? Does it look different today? It's the same. Clark pulls. That's honestly a new meta. Oh, I think I know what you mean by new angle, like a new mindset or whatever. But yeah, Clark pulls. It shouldn't. I have it set up the same way as before, but there's a chance that my phone updated or something. But it's still the same straight on angle, or the same exact. Because I have screws in this metal. I actually can show you behind the scenes. I have that's where I have the phone. So literally the angle will never change. And I always have the front facing camera on. But yeah, Total War, the Shrug doesn't necessarily make it harder. It's just because it's a lighter weight and it's to, yeah, very, hey, when you have 5,000 screws, you just throw some in. But it actually works out well because of those two at the bottom. I'm able to have my charging cord in. Otherwise, I'd just be able to use any sort of thing to stand it up. But I like to have my charging cord in. It's also helpful when it's cold out, because my phone won't overheat. In the summer, I theoretically, could do live streams whenever during the day, or but your phone can overheat. Yeah, it's a very it's $1 million setup. I got it from CoffeeZilla, the $5 million studio. Mine isn't as nice as his, so it's just a $1 million live streaming studio that I have. But yeah, Total War, the Shrug at the top doesn't make it easier or more difficult. It's just an emphasis of the extension of the legs. But it's just to practice like you're doing a clean. That's the thing, is you can use whatever works to do that. I actually, if I wanted to do sitting presses, I actually have a bench press that my friend he bought for himself, actually, because during COVID, when gyms weren't open, he wanted a bench press, and I don't have a bench press, so he bought one so he could bench press, and then just left it. It's like one of those Amazon benches, so it's pretty. I have it next to where my main camera is, and I just sit on it. That's about it. But yeah, it works the shoulders a little bit, but not really. Over time, it does. But yeah, setup out here, it's pretty legit. I don't have a 5-gallon bucket. Actually, I could probably get a 5-gallon bucket to use, but not when I got a bench press. Although I just don't do seated press. The weekend was good, so training wise, everything was fine. Nothing really radical with that. But Today I went to, I don't even really know what to call it exactly, but my old teaching mentor at the very first school I was at, for the previous district. So the previous district, I was at one elementary, and then before that, for my first 4 years, I was at the other elementary within the same district. And my mentor, who's retired now, set up like a, she called it get a reunion. It wasn't really a reunion, but we basically just a bunch of people that worked together at that first building got together, and so I was able to see people I hadn't seen in 5 years, at least 5 years, if not more, because some of those people had left the district prior when I was still there. Um, so it was nice seeing those people, and it was really close to my house, so it made it a really convenient drive. So I had that. Also, I don't mean to brag, Reed. I know you're the big nurse guy. I set up a dentist appointment today. Last time I went, and this is not a flex. This is me being a bit of an idiot. I originally made a dentist appointment during COVID, or before COVID in 2019. I forgot to go to the appointment and just canceled it, and then COVID happened, and then just never made another dentist appointment. Thankfully, I've never had a cavity or any dental issues, so I'm gonna do snatch balances after this, or well, yeah, I'm done with pulls, but haven't made a dentist appointment since then, and finally decided to make one, and got the call and did that, but it's and it's weird because as a teacher, I have really good insurance, so it's not as if it's like cost prohibitive. But I just like the dentist. I actually did every year when I started teaching, so it was something I was always good at. And then I forgot to go to an appointment, and then COVID, the world shut down, and I just never made another one. But I also, I might have to reach back out to them, but um, I made a primary care, like a internal medicine, just like a regular checkup visit as well, or at least like sent a notification to them, um, because my mom's also a nurse, so yeah, she's on me to do that stuff as well. But I setting up a like eye doctor appointment and dentist appointment is so much easier because you can just submit things online, and then like the dentist just called today, and I was able to schedule the appointment right on the phone. But the like primary care thing, like finding a primary care physician is just really obnoxious, and that's part of the reason. Like I would like sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna get this appointment scheduled, and I want to like go online, schedule or request schedule or whatever. But like to find like a internal medicine doctor, it was like most annoying thing. Thankfully, because my mom's a nurse, I knew like, because I was like, it's goofy stuff like, what do I even look for? Because I can search with my insurance for a doctor, but like, there's a million kinds of doctors, and I'm like, I just need a checkup. But if you just search checkup, there's not a checkup doctor. And so she's like, you got to look internal medicine, and I was like, all right. I found a doctor, and um, I was like, how was like I had this request thing I can send in. I'm like, what do I even like request? Because I know I just want to check up. It's like that's all. She's like, yep. And you want to set up to be like a new patient or blah blah blah. I was like, perfect. Because I don't have any health issues that I know of. But yeah, as being 31, I want to start getting in the habit of doing that, and potentially have them do like blood tests and different things like that. Just because it's good to do. And I also have sick days at work, so it's like I have great insurance. I have sick days where I could take a half day off of work and it not impact money or anything like that at all, and go do a doctor's appointment or whatever. And that's where I need to get better, and actually take advantage of that. Not to do stuff in the summer, actually take advantage of the fact that I have sick days, because when you're teaching, you just get not unlimited, but you get a lot accumulated, and the only time that you really use like more than what you have is if you have some sort of like catastrophic illness, or um, catastrophic illness, not including like a pregnancy, we could be one, but if I like got in a car accident or something, broke my leg, couldn't work for 2 months or something, it'd be something like that, where it's a bunch of days in a row. But like if you're just using sick days when you're sick, typically you're not going to use a ton of them. But I have that set up, or at least we'll be hopefully setting that up soon. I'm sure they'll call back at some point this week. If not, I'll have to give them a call. But so I'll have that set up. Eye doctor was super easy to do it all online, so I had that set up like a month ago to do at the end of the year. Because with switching to this district, all my insurance is actually my insurance stayed on the same company, so like nothing changed in the portal. It's just all my information changed, but my dental stuff changed and the eye insurance stuff changed. But apparently, our health insurance is not as good as other districts. But frankly, I don't have anything wrong with me, so it's just hopefully just normal checkups for me. All right. My other strap. I believe this is where you tell that I don't look at my calendar. I know it's not this week. Um, I want to say, I mean, I know it's sometime next week. I think it's like the 6th. Um, but I know we have a PD day and then we have that. So I believe it's the 6th, whatever date that is. So Tuesday or something. I don't like to bring that kind of negativity in my life and think about that. I know it's still not this, not during this week. So I have this week off still, which is so nice. So you don't have to worry about it, brother. No, I'm getting good at chess too. I started doing rapid, the 10-minute chess. I'm up to 1500. I just hit that before I came out here. So my brain's primed for some chess games. My blitz rating hasn't gone up because I've just been doing rapid and trying to think more and stink less, which is easier said than done. But I think my main goal out here is to redo all the construction out here in the complete opposite way, and just to mess with Reed and just act like and just gaslight him that nothing changed. Unscrew or unnail the shelves, but everything in the bag, just everything completely reverse. It would take a full year to do, but it would be a funny 15-second troll. Everything's reversed. Yeah, it's just you. You sound crazy enough to do it. I got a whole summer break. That's the thing, is the gaslighting would work because it sounds too crazy to be true. There's no way he tore down his whole shed and built it in reverse just to troll for 10 seconds. Little do you know that I am a psychopath. Outside of that, I figured out I need to get some stuff for my tub in my house. As I didn't realize, when my roommates lived there, and this is not their fault, but it had a mat on it, or a shower mat in it, and it just was always on there. There was always some sort of mat on there the whole time they lived there. And when I took it off, there's rust lines or whatever. So then I am. When are you usually on chess? A shadow, I am on there very randomly. So there's no consistent time for me to be on there. If you start a 24-hour match, I will always do those. I did those with a teacher I worked with last year. So I'll always do that. So you can immediately start one of those. But it's like a stuff to refinish the tub, so then I'll be able to make it look nice, because I don't really like having the shower mat on there because I don't slip or anything. But I guess this stuff will help with a little texture it a little bit, so it'll be a little grippier as well. Not that I was slipping anyway, but it will make it so the bottom will look nice, because I thought I had to paint it something. I guess it kind of is paint, but it's like a finish of some sort. Stuff just for the tub. But that's where YouTube's awesome, because I went and looked at it, and like a YouTube video, and he did 4 different ones, and I was like, all right, that's the one I want to use, and it ends up, or hopefully it will end up being one that works out fine. But I don't have to do the walls or anything, so I just have to do the tub. So hopefully that works out pretty easy. I just might be a little stinky for a day, but I think it cures in like 48 hours. So um, probably just be like shower, dry it, and then do that. Um, yeah, I've like it's not good to do it too much or like to jump forward or to back too much, but it's weird because with 99% of my cleans, like I don't really jump back or anything, but then randomly I'll jump forward, and I used to do it really bad when I started, and it's really odd because I don't notice it when I'm like doing the lift, and it's kind of bizarre because I will notice it's like a noticeable jump forward, but it doesn't impact the lift 99% of the time. But it's very random. So it's like, do I work on it? And it's not really affecting my clean. Um, but for like snatching, I don't really think about if I'm jumping back. I just try to, I'm thinking more of my upper body. But I used to jump forward on everything. But yeah, no foots are good for that. Literally put something behind you is another way if you're a psychopath. That's one thing that will help in front really easily is you put literally a box or something in front of you. Um, mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's technical reasons why that happens. Probably, honestly, probably overextension, and not like it's. I mean, literally jumping back instead of trying to extend straight up. So something related to that. But yeah, no foots. That would definitely be the way that I would approach it, and just really try to hammer those. But then also to literally put something behind you when you're doing regular snatching, and draw lines on the ground, like basic stuff like that. And when you're doing, especially with lightweights, where you can really emphasize moving correctly. When you have the restriction like a no foot, you're obviously not going to jump back, but then you still have to practice that feeling of not moving your feet back when you're moving your feet to the side. But it's a yeah, it probably just means that if you're no footing, it's the same as what you can do when you jump back. It probably just means that you have some inefficiencies. But also, like the Chinese people, like they don't really move their feet very much when they do lifts. So it's not. It's certainly if you're making lifts and it's going well, then I wouldn't try to reinvent the wheel. I certainly wouldn't lift as much with a no foot, but it is good for technical practice. All right, snatch balance time. Smoked 40 kilos. I definitely can do more. Maybe 42. Maybe we'll do 43 kilos. Go crazy on them. Well, we'll actually go to 70. Hey, appreciate the war. All right. 70? Honestly, you're feeling pretty easy, so we're gonna go to just jump to 100, like a boss, little girl boss this weight. Whole America. There's 11 people in America. Power cleans are a scam. I don't understand how people can power clean heavy. My best power clean is still 147, and I did a 176 clean. It doesn't, and I could probably, when I did the 176 clean, I could probably power at most like 142 or 3, like maybe. that's a big maybe. Probably 140. It's bizarre. I don't understand how people can power clean a lot of weight. It doesn't like. I then try to power clean, and anything above 130 just feels like I'm lifting a mountain. It's bizarre. Power lifter guy at the gym was they're trying to peer pressure me to do a powerlifting meet. I don't want to, but they were saying, Eric will do a weightlifting meet if you do a powerlifting meet, and he was just messing around with doing some power cleans, and he had done some in high school, kind of with the old bros say, I did power cleans in high school, but like they're crazy strong, so like a lot of them did do cleans and stuff in high school, but he was just practicing with 70, and then did like 2 reps, and I was giving him some tips, and he went right to 120. I was like, bro, and he didn't even hook grip it at first. I was like, bro, like, come on, man, I can't even do that. I mean, maybe, but it would hurt. And he was doing it like after training in street shoes and not even hook gripping. I'm like, it's brutal strength, brutal. It's useful to be that brutally strong, but yeah, he's crazy strong in general, so it's not too surprising. Alright, so that 100. Not too shabby. Not too bad. Looked me right in the eye and power cleaned my PR back squat right in my face. Thankfully, I don't experience that. Very. I used to. There was a guy, old gym I went to. He could power clean like 152 for doubles, and it was like he was just a freakishly strong person. And like me doing failing a 150 clean and jerk, and then watching him power clean, and I think he would jerk it too. He could, but like he would just absolutely just mash cleans, and it's just bonkers to see people that strong. I want to be that strong when I grow up, but I don't think it's in me. It's some lifts that I see that even if I were on performance enhancers, that I don't think I would do well. Like power clean. Like I probably wouldn't power clean. I would do better, of course, as you would do better in everything, but I don't think I'd suddenly become a power cleaning expert. I'd probably not improve all my lifts and then only deadlift 800 pounds. That would be all that would happen, unfortunately for me. I'd like to do that once. That's what when I see like 150 kilo power cleans and they look easy, I'm like, wow, that would be like crazy good to do. And I'm like, man, I can clean that for 2 reps. And I can clean a jerk it, not easily, but like, I can do it pretty routinely. And it's just like, the thought of doing it for a power is just like, it's just not even, doesn't even make any sense. But I think that also comes to the fact that I have good hip mobility. So I can get low on weights. And that just makes it so my clean or my snatch or whatever is going to be disproportionate to my powers just because of the depth I'm able to achieve. So a lot of those guys that can power really well won't have the best depth. Although, I mean, if they're really good athletes, then they'll just mog everything. But there are some people that can power really well because they can't really do a full lift as well, or they don't have as much mobility. It's hard to say like as well. They just don't have the deeper mobility. So that's my cope. I'm just too flexible. That's why I can't power clean more. I'm too mobile. Nothing I can do about it. I'm just built more flexible. All right, 125. Let's see what happens. Oh, I could definitely do that. I just hesitated. It was a big jump up to that weight, but we're definitely going to try it one more time. I just hesitate a little bit. Yeah, it's crazy. My knee wraps are hook grip. And my best like above the knee hang power clean is probably like 110. Maybe not even that. Probably 100. All right. Uno más. Now, I just don't have the grip for it today. It's alright. I think I'm just thinking too much about doing back squats. And I'm not committing to it. But it's also heavyweight, so it is what it is. Yeah, I mean that's honestly half the battle weightlifting. It's like getting stronger, but then like knowing that because you're stronger, you can do heavier weights and being confident with it. But yeah, I think I need to start doing maybe more volume on the snatch balance. I don't know. It's a weird movement. I don't necessarily want to do a bunch of reps on it. It's pretty miserable. But my gym is also, well, two exciting things. One, they're getting jerk blocks. I don't know when they'll get here, but the owner said they should get here, sooner rather than later. But also the next summer, he's building a new building, and we'll have like all brand new facility that's just like right down the road, and price of everything will be the same, but it will be like, I don't know if they necessarily say state arc, but compared to what it is now, it will be really nice. But yeah, the jerk blocks will be really nice for everything. That's where you can really commit to weights and not worry about them, and get more for me. I think the biggest thing is just to do more volume in the jerks without having to catch the re-racks or set it back on the bar. Because like I could do it out here in the shed, but then I just set them all up and then take them all down if I do anything else. So it'll be nice just to have something where I won't have the excuse to not do them. But yeah, I just don't have that. I don't have the drive to go crazy on snatch balances today. But it is what it is. I did 120 a couple days ago, and then 140 earlier, or at some point last week. So there's more weight there, but it's definitely a difficult movement to do for sure. It is no doubt. Ooh. The problem is though, it's like if you're gonna get them, it is like once you have them, like I have them, it's just wanting to set them all up. If I had a place just to permanently set them up, oh, it's fantastic. But it's the whole idea of like moving all of these blocks, doing them, already movement I don't really like doing, and just doing overhead stuff. And then having to put them all away. At the gym, I don't know how we'll set it up or where they'll be set up, but most likely one of the platforms will just have them, and so it won't really be a requirement for me to set them all up, take them all down, to do anything else. But also at the gym, even if I had to, it'd be easier because it's more open than in here. In here, it's kind of annoying to move them around. But what's funny is it's probably the same blocks I've seen on Marketplace, because I'll look on there randomly and I'll see stuff from far away. So there might be stuff from Wisconsin that I was looking at before, because I'm not gonna buy them, but I still like to look on Marketplace every once in a while, or eBay every once in a while, just to see what's there. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do 3 sets of 10. That sounds horrendous. But then, like, the compromise is to try to PR my set of 10 again, which also sounds pretty miserable. So we're going to lightly knee wrap with my heavier ones as I'm warming up, and then undo them and redo them. So I'm going to do 70, 120, 155, 175, and maybe just do a set of 10 at 195 and pretend like I can do it. And as long as I think in kilos, it's not as heavy as in pounds. It's just science. That's just science. And as long as we do that, it won't feel as heavy. But what? I don't even know what you're saying, brother. But nothing left to do but to warm up. So the other plan is to do 3 sets of 10 at 175, which sounds just as horrendous. So might as well just go for a PR. Because even if I fail, I'll still end among the stars of 8 reps, which sounds really difficult. Put a reverse band on it so I can cheat it and do it. Get some fake weights on there. No, I don't do supersets. Weights feel heavy. But a lot of kilos in those. Tie the loop in my pants a little bit tighter. The problem with having big legs is I have to have a big waist on my pants. Have fun, Reed. I'm going to be out here suffering with squats. Maybe you'll see a 195 for a set of 10 on Instagram later, if it's successful. We'll see, though. We will see. Pressure's on now. All right, well, with that pressure now, I'm gonna turn off the live stream and play some music. So I'll see you later, Reed. Have fun playing some games. Be out here grinding a set of 10 maybe.